Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Run Club Rundown. Each episode we sit down with athletes from our community to talk about their struggles, their challenges, successes, and stories. Tonight we have Megan here with us. My name is Brendan.
This is Diego Ruiz, you guys know me.
Yeah, how was that, Diego? You went from a star of the show to co-host in like one episode.
I'm just filling in today.
Yeah,
Awesome.
excellent.
That's great. Okay.
All right, well, again, we have Megan Hansen as our guest today. She
Thank you
is a dedicated runner based here locally in Temecula. We're going to cover a couple of your other profession, interests, things like that. So, hey, thanks for joining us. But
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are outside of running first, and then we'll jump into running stuff.
Sure. So outside of running, I am a teacher, first-year teacher. I teach biomed at Santa Rosa Academy. It's a public charter school in Menifee. So that's what I do. I'm also an ASICS ambassador. So I do that, and I run, kind of what I do. Live in Temecula. Just moved here, but I've been familiar with the area. I was in Menifee for like 26 of my 27 years of existence.
So stay local, just
yes.
south a little bit.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. I have two sisters that love to run. My dad loves to run. My mom loves to run. So it's like, it's been something that's been in the family for a long time. Or even if it's just related to physical activity or exercise, just getting out, it's been running for several years.
So, wow, really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, that leads us right into, obviously, the running journey. So it sounds like you have some family influence there then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My dad ran track and field and cross country when he was in high school and college. He ended up let's go back. So I hated running for the longest time. It was when I did a physical fitness test in 4th grade. And my little sister, Natalie, she was doing the same physical fitness test, and she was in 2nd grade at the time. She lapped me, and she laughed, and she's like, "Hi, Megan." And I was just like, "Oh, hell no, that's not okay. You don't get to pass me. That's not all right." So that's when I realized, okay, maybe I should get better at this. My little sister shouldn't be beating me at this.
So you have a competitive side to you.
It's bad.
There
It's so bad.
Sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
That sounds like that alone sparked it, is what it sounds like.
Yes. So then I was like, okay, fine. Let's start getting better at this. Like, running in general was hard because I had exercise-induced asthma when I was a kid. And so I think that I always was trying to do cardio, but then I was like, okay, Then I was just like, okay, this is not going to limit me from getting into running or anything. So, yeah, started running because of that. My mom and dad, they were runners, bikers, everything. And my family, we started with martial arts. And we did Taekwondo. I started that when I was 3. And
So
then
learning to walk and then punching.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, right? So my parents, they're very much like, okay, so they have 3 daughters. So they're like, okay, regardless, we need to know how to defend ourselves. So whatever we were doing and whatever they were out and about, so on and so forth.
And Taekwondo is majority like kicking. Like that's a kicking sport from what I know.
Taekwondo, it's heavy emphasis on kicking. It's you learn like basic blocks and like you spar and you can have the opportunity to compete and stuff, but a lot of it is heavy emphasis on kicking and like knowing how to use your legs to defend yourself. Whereas after we did Taekwondo, I stopped at a 3rd degree black belt and I was competing and I loved it. I loved the competitive aspect of martial arts. So after that, I was 12. I was 12. And they said that I couldn't advance further in the rank system until I was 14. So I felt like I was on an immediate pause. And my instructor, she told me that I had learned all the curriculum and it would kind of be, limiting to have to wait 2 years. So I was like, okay, it's time to explore something else. And that's when we did a pivot and we did karate. And that's where we loved karate because that was way more learning how to defend with your hands as well.
Okay.
Like the upper.
Full body movements.
Full body.
And thing. Okay.
Getting out of the way, learning how to avoid.
So Taekwondo, strong legs, already a good foundation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's funny, earlier this week we were at a run club and someone mentioned that, even before I got your show notes.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to bring mine out.
Hey! Oh
not
my
a not
gosh,
a 3,
nice.
but
Okay,
I was like, oh,
beautiful.
so-
That's great.
You did
That is very
Taekwondo?
nice.
Yes, I did.
What?
That's awesome. And yeah, then
When I was about
too.
10, I think I was
What? That's
same thing.
sick.
I got there and I went, okay, I'm limited, and then, but I thought
That
that
is
was like,
awesome.
wow, random.
That's
But
awesome.
We have
Should've
two
brought my belts.
black belts on the couch. So.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
That is awesome. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Joe Rogan was into Taekwondo.
Yeah. So, fun fact: our master sensei in karate, he trained Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee.
Oh, wow. So he's old.
He's Tadashi Yamashita.
Wow, okay.
We've got to come up with a Chuck Norris joke for that in the future now.
Yeah, you guys have to. I know, right? Yeah.
All right, so then obviously, we talked about leg strength and stuff.
Yeah.
Coming from that, so do you feel like that actually helped you when you kind of transitioned to running because you already had the base for it?
Yes, I definitely, because I say that training for martial arts, it's a different cardio feeling. It's like, okay, you do the warm-ups and you have to do like you run laps on the mat, but then it's very much that you have to like you're breaking boards and then you're doing like you have to be in your stances and then you're having to learn how to use breath with your movement and I feel like that helped lay a solid foundation for like taking that with me into running, you know. But it definitely helped strengthen the legs and helped with cardio and running.
It's funny how as we're doing these, we're finding out that no one actually started running. It's always like you do a thing, like you had your soccer and you're like, oh, I'm a good runner because of soccer. I'm a good runner because of karate. So mine's very similar, but it's funny that no one picks running.
But if I'm being honest too, I kind of going off of what you said, I feel that what happens as you keep going through life, you keep having not extra baggage, but extra stuff just keeps happening. And so you need an outlet. And running for me is an outlet that I can just shut my brain off without, be aware of your surroundings. I'm saying completely shut your brain off, but
safety first.
like, yes, safety first, guys. But you can just give yourself that moment to like, okay, I have so much to do in the day, but right now is a moment for me to just run, just be and exist. So
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Your next one leads right into that.
What are your weekly miles? What's your weekly routine like?
well, right now I'm in a marathon build. So I've been in a marathon build for 3 years. I keep telling myself, okay, I'm gonna drop it down and get faster in the half or the 10K. But then I keep on seeing this marathon. I'm like, oof, I'm gonna do a marathon. Oh, now we're all doing it. It becomes like a family affair. And then I got my fiance doing marathons as well. And so it's like we're all kind of starting to. I don't want to have FOMO. I gotta
So
stay in
have
the
you
marathon.
done a marathon prior to this? Okay, so
Yes.
so
yes,
this
quite
one
a few.
is like, are you trying to PR? Is there
This
a
one,
specific
yes.
goal for it?
So the LA Marathon is I'm going for a time specific PR. But right now my weekly miles, I am like this week I just hit 85. And my typical weekly mileage, I start Sunday and I go to Saturday, just because I haven't adjusted it on Garmin. Okay, but yeah, it varies, and it fluctuates. I typically do 75 to 90 miles, and I do that for 3 weeks in a row.
And how are you squeezing in these miles? Like twice a day, 2 runs a day,
maybe
maybe even 3? Wow.
Typical. So as I'm a teacher, I work Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4, and then I have like Zoom calls after from 4 to 6.
Okay.
So I wake up at 4 and I gotta have some caffeine, guys. Gotta get that, and then by 5 I'm out on the road, and then that's when I run. I often try to hit in 9 to 10 miles in the morning, just getting the miles.
I was gonna ask.
Not even focusing. Like I literally, it's sometimes so cold right now that I have my gloves on, I got my jacket on, I'm not even looking at my watch screen. I'm just like tuning out and just trying to, just get time on the legs and go through the motions.
Okay.
Then the double, so the afternoon or the evening session should be something that's more shorter, but more tempo based. But honestly, I feel that it's like a macro build when you're doing base building. So it's like 3 weeks, 75 to 90 miles. Then you do a drop week. So you go like half that mileage.
Gotcha.
And you just focus and you do more cross training. So I'll do more like, okay, it's time to lift. Okay, it's time to do more arc trainer or elliptical biking, stuff like that.
So what's your goal what's your PR time that you're looking for?
For LA, I'm shooting for 245 on that one.
That's
I just want to do
amazing.
245.
That's elite.
Because that is the goal. Because it's like, I feel that what happens is in training, we all have those moments that you think after you race, you go back and you nitpick. You're like, what could I have done differently? what? And then you tell yourself, I got to do this. But then it's like, for me, it's more of, I got to do the pace and the speed and get the fast twitch muscle fibers activated. But it's like, I don't know. I enjoy the long runs and just like letting myself decompress.
So to a 2:45, what's your fastest time now, as of now?
Right now, I'm just hovering under sub 3.
Okay, so you want to shoot basically
Yes.
almost 10 minute more.
It's that I know I am fine halfway through. When I get to mile 15, 16, something happens on every single course. And then I'm just like, in your head, I don't know what it is. And I think it's genuinely that I'm like, I've been doing this for so long. And I think like I get locked and loaded. And then I start to just not ease off. I just think like, okay, I'm almost there, finish. Though I've done the hard work. I've got up to here. And I know that's, again, I have like a strong mentality, but the marathon distance, I'm still perfecting. The half marathon, I'm like, okay, that's my favorite competitive distance, but the marathon is so humbling. So much can go wrong. And then you look back and you're like, okay, these excuses that just keep bundling. No, they're not excuses. It's just like, okay, I need to do better. You know what I mean?
You think about any other professional sport and it's like, they play the whole 60 minutes, play all 4 quarters. You're talking about, again, an elite level female marathon time, and it's almost 3 times that length of time. So when you say that anything can go wrong, I mean, you're talking about 3 hours of I am in complete control of myself and only I can succeed and only I can fail. So yeah, that makes absolute sense.
It's literally, it's like your factors. Is it cold? Is it warm? Did you not wear the right clothes? Are you chafing? How's nutrition going? Did you forget?
Shoes have too many miles on them.
Right? Okay, why am I having some calf pain? What is happening? Did I not do it? So there is so much that can happen, like you said, and it's,
So on your mile split, you're talking about wearing gloves, not looking at your watch in the morning and then having quality. So you have a note for us that about a training session that you're passionate about, or a training methodology that you're passionate about.
Yes. So my dad, he kind of coached it in the way of Phil Maffetone, in which I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the MAF method.
I love his.
Never. I'm not familiar
So
with
the
that.
MAF method, typically what you do is you take your max heart rate, and there are several different studies, and there's a gray area in between if it's 210 or if it's 180. Okay. MAF goes 180 minus your age and 10 beats below that. Okay, so if you're 20, you're gonna go, okay, 180 minus 20, I'm 160, and then 10 beats below that, 150. That's gonna be my target heart rate for training. And you're not gonna exceed it, and you're gonna stay in that zone. And it's typically emphasis on zone 2 training.
Right.
Okay.
So in the body, you have 6 different muscle fiber types, and there's 3 slow twitch, 3 faster twitch muscles. So the zone 2 MAF method focuses on the slow twitch, and you're building like that foundation, and you're just getting the time. You're in a fat oxidative state. So you're burning fat, and then you're getting the miles in. So then you're more efficient at utilizing your energy stores when you're starting to go faster for longer. Because then you're going to start relying more on sugar instead of like fats, but you've utilized your fat stores. So that's the big emphasis on the zone 2 training. A lot of people, they get impatient with zone 2, and a lot of times people, they commit to it 70% and they're like, okay, I'm done with this, time to move on. You got to just, you have to, it takes time.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust the process, and it's like, sometimes in a lot of these people, these like pro elite athletes that he was working with, they would have to stop and walk because they realized, oh my gosh, I'm averaging an 11-minute pace and I'm still not in my heart rate zone. So there's still factors that go to that, like, accuracy of watches, whatever, but that's another story. Point is, zone 2 training is a heavy training method for me. And I think that that's what's made it so that, like, knocking on every wood, that mostly injury free, I'm able to hit 70 to 90 mile weeks, which seems like a lot to a lot of people, but I'm able to do it for longer times, like builds, you know what I mean? So I think that time, and then make your fast workouts, make them fast. Don't be in like that gray area, because if you go slower, more training sessions out of the week, then when you're like, I need to do some tempo, I need to do some pace, you're going to have way more energy to do that. You're going to feel more inclined and just ready to execute your workout.
Now, do you just focus one day on a tempo run, going the fastest you can, or is it multiple days of the week?
It varies. So when it's like 80-20, so 80% is that zone 2 and 20% you let yourself go like tempo or pace.
Okay.
For me, it depends on the weeks. So the weeks that I'm doing high mileage, I pick one day that I can just let my heart rate just go.
Right.
Just go out of the comfort zone.
Okay.
Whereas when I'm doing a week I'm dropping it down, you know, I will do doubles where it's like a lactate workout in the morning and then a lactate workout in the afternoon or evening. Okay. It genuinely just kind of depends. And then I'm very much like, don't push it if your body doesn't feel like performing. Don't push it because you're going to get injured and then you're going to get like adrenal fatigue and then all these other things are going to set in and you're going to realize, shit, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that?
Letting ego take over when it shouldn't.
Yeah. So it's like the days that you wake up and you feel good, maybe you have to recalibrate. Be like, okay, I know Garmin is sitting there telling me, you know, I should go an hour at 4:45 pace. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, no, not today. That's not going to happen. Just adjust accordingly.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask next to that. So when you focus on these fast runs, are you more focused on the time, your pace, or just specifically your heart rate?
That's a good question. What I did prior, so it's like, for instance, if I did my base build for 2 months leading up to Long Beach.
Which is just zone 2?
Zone 2. Just like I'm enjoying running, but I'm hitting high mileage weeks in zone 2.
Okay.
Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing some speed, but I haven't done this for a minute. I'm like, I'm going to go lamppost to lamppost.
Yeah.
I am not going to go, I need to do a half-mile repeat. I am not going to do a mile repeat because I need to get used to it. Right. So I just go out there and it's like you rip the Band-Aid off. It's like, okay, just go out there. It's always the hardest part when you're just getting out of that comfort zone immediately in the first time. Then it becomes a matter, so it starts with duration. So go like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. You know, in a marathon build, it's like, okay, a couple minutes on, and then you float. A couple minutes on, float. But then after, and you're down the line. So for instance, once I'm training for LA, and that's in March, doing all my base building up until January 10th is when I'm going to start dropping miles down, and I'm going to go on weekly mileage, and I'm going to start going based off of mile repeats, 5K repeats, K repeats, things like that, where it's like
fartlek style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. Sure. So you've used quite a large amount of body words and right terminology. Do you have a background or anything in that?
Yes. So I have a bachelor's in kinesiology.
There it
so,
is.
a lot of the times people with kinesiology, they're like, okay, that's a fancy word, or it's the study of body movement, in which I feel like that's definitely helped me in terms of, even if it's running or if it's like coaching other students or coaching my athletes, or if I'm just trying to help other people train. If I have like a friend that's like, hey, I'm just getting back into running, what do I do? Like, I feel like having a general understanding of the human body helps prevent injury, helps understand the biomechanics with running. You know, it just helps a lot.
Yeah, knowing what the body needs. I'm sure it helps with nutrition as well.
Very much so.
Now, what's your nutrition plan looking like during this training block?
It honestly, it's a lot of carbs, a lot of fat, a lot of protein. I just eat a lot, you know. Okay. I would say like I roughly average around like 3,000 calories a day.
And you're watching all this. You're like
the thing
tracking
is,
it?
So yes and no. Okay. I have a general understanding. I don't necessarily believe in tracking or counting calories because I think that is triggering to it's like. I go based off of an eyeball. Like if you have a bowl, you're like, okay, I'm gonna fill my bowl. Then I'm gonna have another bowl. And you eyeball it. If you start counting calories, depends on the person. Me, I don't need to count calories. I just need to know what I'm
I totally agree. It's
you know
unreasonable.
What I mean? It's like, bro, I'm gonna go to MyFitnessPal and I'm gonna measure out every single thing I'm eating. That is so, you know.
I don't have enough measuring cups.
No.
Yeah, no. To each their own.
No cross-contamination.
I don't understand that either.
Yeah,
I'm more of like, I see it. That looks big enough for the day, or you know, whatever the case may be. But
well, just like running, we run a lot by feel. You know, are you gorging yourself, or are you hungry afterwards?
Yeah, like, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
We ran 8, 16, 20 miles today. Then you're gonna have to replenish something, and you should do it as well as you can. You know, don't go to McDonald's and order 7 Big Macs, but
Correct, right, exactly. The thing is, food is fuel, and like it is there for you. Like have fruit before you run, and then have a meal after. So I always have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I'm always snacking throughout the day. You know what I mean? I have to have a pre-run snack, or else I'm like, okay, I cannot function. But again, it varies person to person.
agreed. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does your nutrition or eating habits change as it gets closer? Are you like carb loading?
So
Are you
it's
eating desserts?
Yes. I always eat desserts. Don't talk to me about that. When it gets closer, I eat like a lot more carbs. So it's like I always add a little extra with whatever I'm eating.
Okay.
And I also notice that my body craves a lot more fatty food when I'm coming closer to a race.
Gotcha.
Because I've been doing all like the miles and I'm burning several calories a day. So it's like I need your brain needs carbs, fat, and protein. So that's how I feel. After, obviously, when I get done lifting, it's protein.
Yes.
You know.
Right.
But running in general after, just got to replenish the stores, however means necessary. You know, I'm very whole foods diet. That's how I live. And cookies.
Not a gel consumer.
And that's something that I think that all of us were living and learning. I still have yet to find the right gel.
Same.
I cannot. Oh my gosh.
I've trained on foods. I race on foods, and therefore I have not found a gel that works.
People literally, they're like, they bring candy with them during a race, and I just kind of think, I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna have to start thinking something like that because
peanut butter M&Ms are the
that's
go-to.
It's great, but see, how do you pack them? Do you just put them in a pocket?
They're usually at aid stations.
So
and I
you're
just
just like,
grab
you
them.
eyeball it.
I'm like, perfect.
Okay, where are the M&Ms, guys?
About 2 miles in, I have like a polka dot hand, and I'm just like, okay, well, but yeah, those are my trick.
That's good. Oftentimes I'd always have 2 to 3 goo packs, and I shove them in my sports bra. Or I have to make sure I have shorts with pockets. So I shove them in there, and then I just kind of, whatever's offered, Gatorade or whatever is at the aid stations, water. I immediately start grabbing water in a marathon, at like mile 3. Because I don't know what it is. It could be the building and the anticipation, and like, oftentimes certain marathons, they start at like, let's say 5:30, but you're waiting until 5:40. So it's like that, the cortisol and like all that stuff. I feel like I just need to start drinking water like way quicker. I'm just like, okay, plus racing. So, and then every other.
It's better to get that water in before it's too late. Next water station's probably like mile 7 or something.
So true. Yeah. And then
The
anytime you
big
get
marathons, they have quite a bit of space between.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So you talked a little bit about being injury free. Do you have any fun injury stories though?
I have a couple. I got a couple. Well, okay, so IT band, okay? That one sucked, okay? Because I got done with the Surfers Point half marathon, and that was in Ventura. It was an out and back course. It was very slanting inward, okay? So I was on the same terrain going, about 6.5 out, and then same terrain, 6.5 back. IT band. It was like sharpshooting pain at my knee, radiated up the side, felt it in my hip, and it lingered for like a year and a half. I kept having to like test it, and so I had to wear the strap. So IT band sucks. But and then that's the thing too. So since I have that, I'm very much like, okay, guys, make sure that we're like lifting. You're doing deadlifts. You got to make sure your knees are strong and then your hips are strong.
Yep.
If you're not doing
Joints.
your hamstrings, they wear out on a marathon. But the IT band originates at the hip and it inserts into the knee. So if you're lifting and you feel IT band, you're gonna feel it in the knee. Versus if you're running, it's oftentimes referred at the hip. It's because it's a chain. So, the kind of unfortunate story that is now desperately sad as I'm training is I was doing ladder drills, and it was my right foot that I felt like this throbbing pain. And I was just like, oh man, I must have like bruised it. I took my shoe off and I was like, it's just a little bruised. But I just kept wandering on and living my life. Guess I actually had a metatarsal stress fracture. Okay, and that's my 3rd metatarsal, so right in the middle of your foot. And I just kept, living life and running. But even though it caused pain, I thought that I was like, oh no, it's whatever. When you feel pain, stop.
So when did it get to that point where you're like, I need to get this checked?
Because when it started, the swelling was so disgusting and it was purple. And then I realized I couldn't push off. I couldn't feel pressure as I was pushing off my foot. So then got the whole thing, x-ray, they're like, okay, yeah, you have a stress fracture. But then they wanted to do an MRI. And then I got diagnosed with a vascular necrosis, So avascular meaning no blood supply. Necrosis, whenever you hear necrosis, it means death. So it's death to the metatarsal head of my toe, and there's no blood supply. So over time, it's just like this big ball. It's disgusting, and it's caused me to like adjust the mechanics of my gait when I'm running. And it's, even though there's no blood supply, so you're like, how do you feel it? You know?
Right.
It's still, it feels like a dead weight in the middle of your foot.
So essentially, you just ran it to the ground.
Yeah, don't do it. I wouldn't. I'm
like a
like
frostbite toe.
So the wheels fell off, and you're like,
so,
I can't
and that's
run
the
no
thing
more.
too. So my mom and we were sitting there, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a dead toe. I got a dead toe. My mom is like, well, does she need surgery? And then he's like, well, eventually you're gonna have arch collapse, and so it's up to you to decide, you know, when you want to pursue that avenue.
Wow.
But guess what? I'm keep running to the. No, I do not want surgery. You know, I don't. The idea of that sounds awful, but there's no pain now. It's the stress fracture is healed. Note, everything is healed. I'm not pushing through. It's just something that has altered my mechanics of my run, and it's just
Interesting.
And do you still have feeling in that toe, or is it completely?
It's gone.
Wow, it's
It's
gone.
weird.
Just the.
It's so weird.
Which toe is it?
It's the third. It's the
Like
the,
the
your
ring
your
finger
toe.
or the
It's
middle
yes.
finger?
It's the right in the middle. It's the third.
Oh man, that's like
third
the
little
power one too.
Yes, that's the thing too. So when we would coach and stuff, and we'd have to get out the starts. If I was showing kids starts out of the block, I couldn't push off. It hurts to push off. So it's like, why did that cause pain to push off? It's a whole thing. So when it comes to sprints, and like, okay, Megan, I'm gonna race you to the lamp post. I'm like, okay, I will. It takes me a long time to generate speed, and I can't get the explosiveness of like gazelle hopping when you run and you have that beautiful stride. Yeah, I can't do it on the right side. Left side, right side, left.
Well, speaking of track, having that track background, is there something like? Do you carry anything as far as like training into your daily running now? Like, do you still use like some things that are applicable to what you do now from track?
Every day. So track, it's excellent because it's very drill heavy. So the A skips, the B skips, C skips. If you do like the 1, 2, 3 scoop, you do ankling,
Warm-ups.
bounds, all of those. Trust me, in the morning when you wake up and you're like, it's time to go for a run, the last thing you want to do is like, I got to warm up. Everyone always
do
jokes
one of
about it.
these.
They're just like, oh, yep, touch my toe, let's go.
Yeah.
Turn, start my watch.
Guilty.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it makes such a even if it's like, okay, you did a couple A skips and you did, you know, some 1, 2, 3 extensions or things like that, it makes a huge difference. So it's like the drills help strengthen and get your body used to the form. It's a great pre-warm up. The cool down, obviously. So track instilled warm up, cool down, I feel like, and that's stuff that I use on a regular basis.
Do you still run on the track?
So, well, not now. We were running on the track a lot. I think last year we were over there. I have spikes and I love it. We would do 400-meter repeats. That was my workout. That I was like, I would have my fiance pace in the front, and it made me so angry because anytime I'm on his like back, and I'm like, okay, I have my last little 50-meter, go, and no, he'd outkick me because it's just. But no, the 400-meter repeat workout on a track, I think, is the most important workout if you want to get fast at any kind of road distance. You lock in on, even if it's just like 71, 72 second laps. It's like if you're doing that over and over and over again, 9 to 10 times, and you can just keep, it is a humbling experience. Okay.
I bet.
So that's what I would say from track that I carry over into running.
Very cool. Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously from like collegiate track, longest distance, probably two-ish miles, 3-ish miles. What helped you take the jump to, you know, longer distance where now you're doing halves, wanting to do better in fulls?
Well, when I first started racing, my first race was a 10K. It was the Michelin 10K. And I was out there. I loved it, but it went by so quick.
Okay.
But then at the same time, I was like, I could have done so much better. And then I remember my dad was at mile 4, and he was just like, go, Megan, go. And I was like so happy to see him. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. But then I was like, I'm almost done.
Yeah, I got 2 miles
I was
to
like, hang on. But at the same time, I was like, okay, my options are after this 10K, I'm like, I know I want to do another one. Am I going to have to get faster for shorter or lock in at a decent pace for a long time? I chose option 2. That's what I did. Because I don't know. But after doing the marathon training for as long as I have, I feel like I will never perfect it. And I don't think anyone actually has. But it's the most humbling experience that the entire time you're thinking, why am I doing this? I don't want to do this. This is absolute,
questioning everything.
My life existence. Why is this, But then it's after and you're like, I did that. It's those months building, and then it's the discipline too that you get from running that you can apply into all of the aspects of your life that I feel like you gain. You're like, okay, I got to wake up, put in the work. I get to go to work, or go to work after you put in the work, right? And it transcends running. So running makes you kind of who you are, and you can carry it into other avenues. So,
I mean, I've heard the joke that like, if you've completed a marathon, it should be on your resume, because that speaks way more about who you are as a person than I'm really good at Excel or PowerPoint.
No, it's those things that you see on Instagram, and you're like, okay, why isn't anyone talking to me about my marathon I just did?
Months
I just did that.
Months of dedication, like you said, waking up early.
Yeah.
We won't say counting calories, but watching your food intake, like
Yes.
all of that encompasses, and I've met people that, when they're in that mode, that, like you said, like, why is no one asking me about it? Like, this is my existence right now.
Yeah.
And I'm either going to talk about training for it or talking about it coming up, or I'm going to tell you how I did afterwards.
Yeah.
So
whether it's warranted or not, I'm going to talk to you about it,
Yep.
because you should do this too. You know what I mean?
that's really funny.
So-
But yeah, like you said, putting the work in and then applying it to everyday life of like, okay, I had the discipline to do this. I now have the discipline to approach this problem or, handle this situation. So definitely agree.
Absolutely.
So you talked about reaching that kind of past halfway point, and then the mental block that you're like, oh, I'm almost done. What are you doing now to work on for trying to set this PR, knowing that you will probably fall into that? Are you preparing now with strategies to combat yourself, for lack of better terms?
Yes. Okay. Yes. It's the Megan brain that's just sitting there going like, you're almost done. You can just coast in. You're not going to coast in. You're going to pick it up. But so yes. So actually, All Heart Cross Country. Have you guys heard of that channel on YouTube?
No.
I haven't, no.
I encourage you to follow him because Michael Kim, he is awesome. He has Evan and Cole, and they're running CIM tomorrow.
That's right. That is
training.
this weekend.
So they're training, but I reached out to him and I was like, hey, so I'm on the cusp. What's a good idea for a long distance workout that's going to help me at about mile 16, 17 when my brain's saying, stop, it's time to chill, And so he was like, you know what you just need to do? Lock in on a pace that's uncomfortable, but your legs need to be fatigued. So I was like, oh.
Compromise running.
Yes. So then I was like, that's actually very true, because in like my workout plans that I create, I'll have someone go off duration. So it's like 2 hours, but the last 20 minutes, you push the pace, So basically, like if I am doing a long run and I'm doing 16 to 18 miles, I basically use the 10 miles, you just run and you fatigue your legs because you're just running, getting the miles in. Then you go 5K, 20 seconds faster than your race pace. Then the next 5K, race pace, final mile, cool down. So those people that say like, okay, if you're training for a marathon and you're doing a 20-mile run, yeah, you need to make sure you're hitting race pace for
A good majority.
13 miles of it. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, but at the same time, you'll get more benefit for training for a marathon if you go you do the 10 miles of just running. And then you're like, okay, I'm dedicating this 5K to going 20 seconds faster than my race pace, and then locking on race pace towards the end, and then cool down. Having targeted specific workouts end up helping you progress more in your training. It's like, yes, you never regret a run, and you'll never look back and be like, gosh, I didn't wake up that morning. I wish I didn't run. You know what I mean? You'll never have that moment.
Never.
Even if you feel like absolute crap and you go out there and you're like, I didn't hit this, I didn't do this, it was awful, it was my day, whatever. But like the days that you do the targeted specific workout that you did, and even if it's like 5 times out of your everyday training, those 5 times that you did that, it'll show on race day. It'll like, your body's amazing. There's memory cells that just, they're like, oh yeah, I remember, I can do it. I got this. So it's basically, to answer your question, do long distance workout like once a week, preferably a Saturday. You go out there, 10 miles, you run whatever, and then you dedicate a 5K a little faster, and then a 5K at race pace, and then a cool down.
And to bring it back to nutrition, what are you, so from your routinely gels, and when you do a long run, are you doing are you taking different gels with you? Or are you
yes. So,
hydrating
well,
differently?
right now I'm sad. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys do not sponsor Huma, okay, or anything like that. In which
Puma, you said?
Huma. H, not Puma. You're like, hold the phone. Okay.
Sorry,
Huma. I know, right? Huma, no, they have like a chia seed, like a lemon situation. And I bought like 20 from Amazon, just trying to think like, okay, I need goos.
Okay.
I'm finishing it. It's not great, but I'm just trying to get the digestive system used to having goo on a long run so that when I do a marathon, I'm like, wow, discomfort, whatever.
Never try something new on race day.
Yeah. So basically I bring out Huma on a couple of them. I have fruit snacks. Love myself some fruit snacks. The little pouches.
Yes.
Yep. Stuff those in. Probably bring like 4 with me.
Okay.
And then sometimes we have a designated route and it's right by an Albertsons. Stop, go to Albertsons, and I get myself a Gatorade, so on and so forth. And then, yeah.
So like a marathon, do you have like a secret weapon type of snack that you bring in from like you hit mile 20 or from
Morton.
mile 18 to 26?
So far it's Morton.
Morton. What is that? What is
Mortine?
Morton?
Is it Morton? Are you laughing at me?
No,
What's the name?
I don't.
It's Mortine. Morton.
What is that?
It's Morton. It's Morton, guys.
I'm thinking like Stinger waffle.
Don't y'all know this? Okay, no, it's MAURTE. Yes, that stuff.
The most expensive one.
Mortine. Yes.
Oh, the black wrapper.
Yes.
Okay.
The caffeinated is the black wrapper. Decaffeinated is the white wrapper.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You go into Roadrunner, it's the ones that that looks kind of expensive. Grab that one. Kipchoge swears by it.
WRAPPER.
And they're gels. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I know what
They're,
you're
but they're
talking
like they're
They also-
thicker.
so-
They're not like a
Yeah.
liquidy.
So
They're actually.
the thing is it's Jello. Just think you're basically
Yeah.
it's Jello.
Okay.
There's is no flavor. So it's just, but
Flavorless.
it's so incredible how quick your glucose just goes up. It's like it's immediate when you have it. So that's what I prefer.
That's your secret weapon.
I don't. Yeah, that's my secret weapon.
Okay.
Yes, but I take it before it, and I'm like, if I am starting to slow down or I'm starting to feel something in my legs, I'm like, oh, I'm too late. I'm like, I gotta I need that stuff now. You know what I mean? So
And you
it's
never
typically
take
around there.
that like early on in any race.
I
Always
start
late in the
normally
race.
I have the 7 mile rule. I go based off 7, 14, 21. So it's like kind
Okay.
of
Okay.
that's what's been kind of ingrained. I give the opportunity on the mile 21. I might push it to 22 to give myself the, I don't know, but roughly that's my normal
Okay.
window.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So you also have a very unique experience with ASICS, which we talked with Diego. So you're an ambassador. We were curious. What does ambassadorship mean?
Yeah.
And why did you pick ASICS?
What kind of
For sure.
benefits do you get out of it?
Oof, okay, well now that we're talking about that, right? Okay, so my ASICS ambassadorship, what this is it's a sound mind, sound body ambassador program. So ASICS, they had it a couple years ago, and they decided to bring it back. And Jenny, she's awesome. She would go to Roadrunner in Temecula just to give them the ASICS shoes and stuff. And she saw me, and she's like, "You're super duper like." I guess I talk too much.
Charismatic.
I'm a very outgoing person, right? She's like, hey, like, I know that you love to race. I know that you go out there, you give it your all. And she's like, you should try to apply for an ASICS ambassadorship position. So I went on there, I applied, super grateful to have this opportunity. What happens, the perks is you get to try out free ASICS, the shoes. In which now, price of shoes, have you guys noticed, they're drastically shooting up?
Yes.
Like trial shoes? Like you
No,
get to
they're
hold on
yours.
to
They're yours.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So if the Tribuco, got to get those. I got to Super Blasts.
Really cool.
That was my favorite shoe for a very long time, and I got Super Blast, the Nimbus, For instance, the Mega Blast Sonic Blast release. So we were informed. It's neat because in our sessions we are informed about an upcoming shoe, and they tell us some specs and some things that might help us, like in terms of trying to get people to want
like sell it.
to. So the big thing about the ambassadorship position is it's very much like trying to get people out and to sound mind, sound body is what that is unique to each person. So it's like, to me, it's go outside and I'm going for a run. For other people, it's going outside and just going for like a walk in the morning. Sometimes it's like, I'm going to read a book and I'm going to go on my patio and I'm just going to give myself 15 minutes. It's genuinely the time that you have for yourself every single day that's just for you. So sound mind, sound body is unique to different people. But it's trying to get people into like running stores. Because nowadays, if you notice, a lot of people, they take advantage of, oh, I've tried out that shoe once. I can just go ahead and order it again. I don't need to go back in that store. You know? There's something authentic and genuine about actually going into a running shoe store and like seeing everything and trying them on and like, oh, this is great. You know, so it's just, the ambassadorship position is very much like trying to get people to go in and just try out the shoe.
true.
And so I'm like, I post, so it's social media influence. So it's like, okay, hey, I'm trying out these shoes today. I went out for a run. I'm going to give you my honest feedback. I'm going to tell you what the things that I loved about it and something like why you should try this. Because certain shoes, like if I had the Metaspeed Tokyo Edge, I went over the edge and I rolled an ankle. So that's not my shoe. But at the same time, certain people like love that shoe and it benefits them. So I'm like, then by all means, go for that. Whereas me, I'm way more the Metaspeed Tokyo, like the Paris edition. That one was great. That one's okay. That I did not go over the edge. So it's basically what happens as an ambassador is I get the opportunity to try out ASICS, the shoes, and I go out there, share my experience with it, and just try to get people to want to wear and enjoy ASICS.
And how did you sign up? How did you have to fill
There's
out
an
an application? Online?
Application online.
Okay, gotcha. Really cool.
Yeah, and they're bringing it back. It's going to be a little bit different, but I think next year they're doing the ambassadorship, but it's a yearly thing. So you apply every year.
So besides shoes, do they have like other like gear that you can wear, like shirts or stuff like that they give out?
So it was super awesome. I got my singlet and ASICS shorts, and I was able to wear that when I did did the OC marathon. So that was my OC marathon kit. I was able to wear
really cool.
ASICS, yeah. And they got like a cool hoodie, like an ASICS Track Club hoodie, and I was like, that's by far the best ASICS hoodie is the ASICS Track Club hoodie. Not to say, just let's come from.
I have to check it out.
Not selling.
Yeah, because I think that the day that we first met you, we were at a run club and we were all wearing, Jenny had brought a set of shoes for us, and you had like a special set.
Yes.
That were just that you were like,
the Sonic Blast at the time. It was so cool. So that was really exciting for me because like I was in a run club with like my local community, and I was like, this new shoe is coming out. I'm gonna go for this run. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel about it. You know what I mean?
And it started a conversation.
And it was incredible.
Yeah.
And it's a way to get people like, it's exciting. Like I am a very big like running shoe, like I'm a nerd for it. Like I know too much about shoes, but it's the excitement of, you got the shoe and I get to wear it. And this is what's different about this. This is what
Very
they're doing
much into
moving
the
on.
tech.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Do you wear any like compression socks?
Yes.
You do? Like the long ones or short ones?
So, in the morning, I do not care about aesthetic. It's all about practicality.
And comfort.
And comfort. And staying warm, you know? So I don't care about wearing the long sleeves. But in general, I try to refrain from using the long calf sleeves. I try to use socks that have compression at the arch, and then they go up to here.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those. I actually have a pair of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think compression at the arch is super beneficial for people that have plantar fasciitis and things like that. But not compression around the entire foot. Compression around the entire foot, I feel like you get hot spots and it's like your toes are trying to breathe, you know. So.
Yeah.
Well, at least 4 of yours are.
Wow. I am offended. Turn off the camera. Yeah. 4 of my right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we got about 5 minutes left. We're going to do a quick session of rapid fire where we're just going to ask you a question. You just tell us the first thing you get to mind, and then we'll give you an opportunity to tell us how people can follow you, learn more about ASICS and your ambassadorship, and then if there's anything that we missed that you want to talk about, we'll do that. So, favorite go-to running shoe and for its specificity.
Ooh.
Rapid fire.
Guys, I can't do rapid fire. Sorry. Okay, ASICS Mega Blast.
Okay.
By far. And then for the reason, doing long runs, it's the most comfortable shoe.
Okay.
And I am able to change and vary distance or pace. Not distance, pace.
What's your dream race?
Ooh. I have a
Rapid
couple.
fire.
I'm sorry, guys, you can't rapid fire with me. Oh, no. Okay. Off the top of my head, I'm just going to say Tokyo.
The Tokyo Major. All right, that's good. When you're doing long distance, do you do a belt, vest, or none of the above? Do you just use your pockets?
I use my pockets, except I got this really cool vest, and I use that when I do trail long run. Because for some reason, when I do trail, I decide I need a vest.
I am exactly
I
the
don't
same
know
way.
why.
Actually,
I'm going to look cool. I'm wearing my vest. I'm going on the trails today.
Yep. No, I'm the same way. And I think it's mostly I need somewhere to put my phone.
Yes.
Because it's like, okay, you're out on a trail, phone's a little bit more necessary, and I do not carry my phone on the road. But yeah, I'm
But
the
there's
same
also something cool if you have sunglasses on or a hat, and you're like, I don't take my sunglasses. I'm putting them in this pocket, you know? And I'm like, oh, I got AirPods. I don't want AirPods no more. You know, so just convenience.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are you a headphone person? No headphones, or sometimes?
For safety reasons, I definitely encourage people to have, your surrounding aware. But I am definitely a diehard AirPods noise cancellation when I run. Probably not smart at all.
Quite the opposite.
I'm just
what you just said right
but
there.
I look like I'm paranoid because I'm just constantly looking around me, just like, what is going on? But it's because I have noise canceling headphones on because I need my music and I need to not hear anything. I don't want to hear my breath. I don't want to hear my footsteps. I don't want to hear anyone. No cars. My music.
Okay, so you're very locked in. What music do you listen to?
Oh, so much. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so nothing
My
specific.
Spotify, my age
Your
is
rap?
56.
Oh, 56.
I'm an old soul. And I was like, I'm sorry, Mom. And I'm not an old soul, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. No, varies. So like 80s new wave, rap, love rap, pop, and just a bunch of different things.
Okay.
Alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say your last question because
My last question is, would you ever do an ultra?
Definitely. I'm already planning it. Like my sister was upset with me when I was doing Elder Creek. I have another, she's in Hawaii. Not this sister, my other sister in Hawaii. She got upset with me because she thought that Elder Creek I was doing an ultra distance. And so I was like, no, because us three were doing an ultra and we're gonna all do our first ultra together. I'm not allowed to go out there and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. And
What's the distance?
Well, we are shooting for like maybe a 50 miler. That's what we're gonna start with that and then see what happens.
Really cool. Really
the goal.
exciting.
all right.
There was one, and I don't know the name, and I'm not. You could cut this out. But the point is it goes up the Northern California, and it goes up into Oregon, and you come back. It's like a Pacific Northwest kind of thing.
Okay. Because we have the PCT down here, but it's like Mexico to 25 miles and turn around and come back.
Yeah, no, that sounds cool too.
So, all right. And where can people find you on socials?
Oftentimes Instagram. I'm Megan Hansen. Instagram.
All right.
That's my Facebook. I'm a little, I post to Facebook, but no one uses Facebook anymore.
Yeah. Well, now it's Meta, apparently. So.
Is it?
I've seen things that they're officially changing the name. I haven't seen it yet, but
Oh.
that's the rumor.
Cut that.
So.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Instagram.
All right. Well, it's been wonderful having you. Thank you for again with Jenny, getting us to kind of broaden our horizons. And we talked with Diego's thing of like a year ago, probably none of us would have even considered them. They were the dad shoes. Definitely
so
for
true.
me.
Yes.
That was where my mind was.
Yes, I just think it's amazing they've expanded so much.
It really is great.
And diversified a lot of.
I met a guy today that he's like, he saw I was wearing Hoka's at the time, and he's like, so what do you normally wear? And I said, I've gotten into ASICS. He goes, that's what I wear too. And I went, it's amazing.
Like ASICS high five.
They really are. They're broadening their horizon and their influence on community, which is, and again, Jenny having been so consistent with our clubs.
So true.
It's
a great way.
It's a working method because
yes.
we're all doing it now.
ASICS is the best shoe.
Well, again, we thank you so much. And until next time, this is the Run Club Rundown.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Okay. I talk too much. I'm just like, that was good. That was fun, guys. Let's do another hour, yeah?
Yeah.